Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 6 o'clock and we begin tonight with new developments in the Delphi murders trial. Today was day 7 and a ballistics expert took the witness stand to talk about the bullet that was discovered at the crime scene and how this bullet is linked to the suspect Richard Allen. He's on trial, of course, for the murders of these two girls, Libby German and Abby Williams, more than 7 years ago. Our senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel was in court all day, and Bob joins us live from Carroll County. Bob?
Hey, Scott. Today, jurors heard about evidence that the state says places Richard Allen at the scene of the murders. This is the woman who testified for more than 7 hours today. Melissa Oberg, the woman you see on the left, she used to be a firearms examiner for Indiana State Police. She was on the witness stand all day explaining how she tested a bullet cartridge that investigators found at the crime scene between Abby and Libby's bodies. Oberg also told the jury how she tested a gun that police found in Allen's house while executing a search warrant. Today, the state tied those two things together. Oberg told jurors how she compared the unfired bullet cartridge at the crime scene with 4 test bullets that she fired through Allen's gun in the lab. And using a powerful microscope to inspect markings on the ammunition, she concluded the bullet at the crime scene did cycle through Allen's gun. The latest evidence and testimony is the state's way to directly place Richard Allen at the murder scene. And while the ballistics evidence may be compelling, the defense team tried to undercut the credibility of that evidence. During cross-examination, attorney Brad Rosie told the jury that the analysis conducted by the state is considered controversial. He also highlighted that the state's analysis was based on a bullet at the crime scene that was not fired, while the test bullets in the lab were fired. And he got Oberg to admit that her analysis and conclusions presented to the jury are subjective. I wasn't the only one in court today. Emily Longnecker, again, as you have been every day of the trial, in court as well. And how do you think, Emily, the jury responded to this really dense and complicated testimony?
I mean, it was dense, it was long. Some of the jurors were, as you saw, taking notes, and some weren't. At the end of the day after you left, the jury had 13 questions that they had for this witness. The one that stuck out the most, they wanted to know if the cartridge at the crime scene, if it had been compared, if the expert could tell it had come from the same lot as that bullet that they found in that keepsake box in Richard Allen's home. So that is one of the 13 questions they asked. They had a lot of others, but that was the one that stuck out the most.
And there was a surprise in the courtroom today when we came back from lunch. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, there was one juror missing, a man, an alternate. We asked Judge Gall about that after the jury had left the courtroom, after everything was done, and all she would tell us is that he had a family emergency.
So we had 15 jurors this afternoon instead of 16. We will be back in court again tomorrow. This trial is expected to last about a month, but that includes sessions on Saturdays, so we'll have more coverage for you tomorrow as the trial here in Delphi continues. We're live in Delphi. Scott, back to you.
Bob Siegel and Emily Longnecker are doing a great job telling us what happened in court. Every weeknight, we're taking an in-depth look at the testimony in our Delphi debrief. You can catch that show Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. over on WTHR Plus. WTHR Plus is our streaming station, and you can find that on our streaming app on Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and Roku.